This is Out of the Box with your host, Jonathan Clark. Out of the Box, Sunday nights at 9 on Q1043.
Well, Phoebe Bridgers is with us. Her new album is called Punisher, and it is beautiful and gorgeous. It is fantastic. She will be on tour, but who knows when. And I love on your website, Phoebe, it says tour dates, gestures at the entire world. Like you should have a guy there with his hands up like this, right? I mean, it's unbelievable. But so everyone in your world is doing okay? Everyone is healthy and good, I hope?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, people are healthy and good. It's psychologically taxing, but yeah, everybody's safe and I'm safe.
That's the main thing. Have you taken up any new hobbies, learned to play a new instrument, maybe learned a new language?
You know what I was just thinking actually is I don't know piano for one, so I have been like learning piano, but I also have never learned to type.
Oh, like on a IBM Selectric or something.
I type with my two middle fingers like a crazy person. So
they call that hunt and peck, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Old school terminology.
Love that. So I want to learn to type. I decided.
That's cool. How about Netflix, or have you been binging any television shows? Or
I just started Normal People because I loved the book. And it's great. It's ruining my life in the best way.
What do you miss most during this lockdown? My first guess might be touring and playing live, but maybe there are other things.
Definitely touring and playing live the most. Seeing my friends, restaurants, and like, I feel like I'm so much more judgmental of people. I miss the way that my brain used to work. Like now I just drive down the street and I'm judging every single person I drive by who's not wearing a mask or standing in a group of like 10. It just makes me so much more cynical. I miss my old brain.
Yeah, but you're not the only one who feels that way. You know what I mean? It's sort of like back before this all happened, I remember I would see, and I'm sure you saw people that would, have a mask on out of like one person out of like several 100,000 that you might drive by or see during the day in your normal activity. But now it's like when you see the person without the mask, that's the weird person, right?
Totally.
Last time we spoke, it was, I think it was 2018, right at the end of the Stranger in the Alps album cycle. A lot has happened since then, a lot of really cool things. The album you did with Lucy and Julian, Boy Genius, both of them are on this new album. Tell me about the first time. I'm just trying to imagine the first time, I don't know if it was a live setting or it was a studio setting, where you first heard your three voices blending together, because I saw one of your shows, and of course I have the album, and it seems like to me the air changes, when the three of you harmonize.
Yeah, we decided to record one or two songs to promote our tour, because we were doing like a triple headline sort of situation. And then we got together and turns out we had way more ideas, and we were like, all right, we'll record all our ideas, and started singing the first song, which was one of Lucy's songs. And just like, we immediately were just so stoked and smiley, which is kind of rare for all of us. I think we were able to come together with our sad songs and kind of like a Carter family sort of harmony situation. And then we just became harmony nerds.
Yeah, because that doesn't work with three people that can sing. Obviously, there are three people that can sing well, but those three voices make it really special, I think, right?
Yeah, I think we live in just different timbres, and we all, even though we have kind of our go-to, it's usually Julian on top, me in the middle, and Lucy lower. Like, Lucy's just the only one who can kind of cut through with her tone that low, but she also screams on the record so high and hits notes that Julian and I can't hit. And it just like, we weave in and out of each other, I think, in a really great way.
You did an album with Connor Oberst, Better Oblivion Community Center, and Connor's on this new album as well, too. I think, now correct me if I'm wrong, did you record something and tour with the National?
Yes.
What was that like?
Great. I love Matt so much. I love all those guys so much.
Did they turn you onto the Grateful Dead and make you listen to all of these like Grateful Dead tapes?
You know they didn't, but that's happened to me before with other people.
I hear you. How about the 1975? Did you do a song with them and tour with them, or you were supposed to tour with them?
I was supposed to be on tour with them right now. Yeah. They're the best. They're the coolest. I really wish I was on that tour.
Oh man, I think a lot of people feel the same way. Now, the question is, did you ever read the Punisher comic books or see the Netflix show?
No, but I think it's about time. I think it's about time that I did, because it's been referenced to me quite a bit.
Of course. And this new album is just so beautifully done. And the songs on the new album, Punisher, have they been around for a while?
Yeah, I kind of started, I guess I started like right after I was finished with the first record, like even before.
Like 2018, right? I mean
2016, 17.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we started recording in 2018.
The new songs I've been playing on my show, the first was a Garden Song, and I have to tell you, when I saw the video for that, I sent it to like everyone I know, because it's just so hilarious and awesome. Is that the first time you actually used a bong?
It's the second time in my life I've used a bong. Yeah, it was horrifying. It was a horrifying experience.
And you legit like hacked your brains out for the video.
Oh yeah, I like was supposed to do it twice and I couldn't do it twice.
Well, it was shot in California, right? So it's legal, I guess, right?
It is, yeah.
Everyone should go get that song and watch the video for Garden Song, which has actually been watched, Phoebe, 500,000 times at last count. So that's pretty good.
Nice.
And in that video, there are those skeleton Halloween costumes, and it looks like you used one of those for the Kyoto video.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was left over, so you'd like, let me use it?
I have tons of them. I have so many of them because I just, they're comfy, and I got one for each member of my band.
And that song, Kyoto, written in Japan or about your trip to Japan? Which was
about it? I wrote it on the Better Oblivion tour right after, because I finished Stranger in the Alps album cycle. The last show technically for that album cycle was in on my like Japan Australia trip, flying back from Japan, and then started Better Oblivion 10 days later. So somewhere like on tour, I was thinking about my Japan trip and started writing about it.
The images in the video, are those from your phone, or are they just a combination of things?
A combination of things. I think we actually bought them, like they're copywritten.
Okay. Well, was Japan a trip for you?
It was the best. Yeah, it's like the most different place I've ever been, and I'm dying to go back. Actually, very poetic, but I was supposed to go. I think we were supposed to fly on like March 11th.
Oh boy.
Japan, so it all got canceled, and that was my first show.
I saw your performance of Kyoto on Jimmy Kimmel Live, live from the lavatory, I think you called it. Did you do that in your bathtub?
Yes.
It's amazing what you can do now. I mean, and you had this thing that you were, it wasn't a keyboard, it was something where you were just swiping on it, and then it made these sounds.
Yeah,
go ahead again.
It's a newer version of the Omnichord called a Q chord. It's the best. It's got just like more settings.
That really came out well. Now, I have to ask you this. Did you and Connor enjoy being production assistants on Conan O'Brien?
Oh my God, so much.
How long did that take? Like a whole day, or?
No, like, I mean, an afternoon, basically. They were so quick, and I was intimidated to be on a set. I have not done much filming in my life, and it was just so fun.
And that video is available everywhere as well. I want to ask you a couple of first-time questions.
Yeah.
What was the very first song you learned to play and or sing?
I think probably Puff the Magic Dragon.
Guitar or just vocals, or or just, how old were you?
Probably 7, 6.
So no instruments then at that point?
No instruments.
The other question is, was there ever a time when you perhaps met one of your rock idols and you said to yourself, I can't believe I'm standing here talking to this person?
All the time. It still happens to me all the time.
What was the first one?
first? Probably Jackson Brown. When I met him at the Wiltern, I think. He probably doesn't remember, but because now we're buddies. But I met him just as a fan and shook his hand and was pretty freaked out.
Well, he's quite the songwriter. He's got a great new song out now, actually, too. Let me ask you this. When was the first time, maybe it was a sold out concert, maybe it was a television appearance, when you sort of realized to yourself, okay, I think I made the right choice. I think my music is getting out there. Obviously, people are coming to see me. Was there a specific gig or a moment on tour, a venue or something where that sort of hit you?
Yeah, I have a really great memory of playing in London with Connor Oberst. I was just opening and I had little to no music out. And yeah, just people were super, super nice, and I like sold out of merch that night. And I was just like, maybe I can do this. Nice.
The new album from Phoebe Bridgers is Punisher. Everyone go out and get it. And hopefully you'll be on tour soon. I don't know. Maybe we'll go see you at a drive-in or something.
Oh, I'd love that.
That's what we're talking about now. But anyway, congratulations, Phoebe. Always a pleasure to speak with you. And hopefully we'll see you in New York soon.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
This is Out of the Box with your host, Jonathan Clark. Out of the Box, Sunday nights at 9 on Q1043.